Hi and welcome back to the Circle Your Granny Square. And I have finished with my round 9, and now what we need to do is slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 from your beginning there. You are not going to cut your yarn and weave in the ends. Sorry, my flash turned off. That's weird. Okay, we're going to slip stitch to the nearest corner. I'm going to continue on as if that didn't happen. Now we're going to start round 10. We're going to chain 3, and put 2 more double crochets into that corner. Chain 3. Now a cluster stitch, which is 3 double crochets. Right, and now we're going to put a cluster stitch into this next space here. Sorry, I had to double check my notes. Cluster stitch in the space. Cluster stitch in each space across. When you get to the corner, you're going to put in a cluster stitch, chain 3, another cluster stitch, and you're going to continue that all the way around. But I am just going to quickly make that up here. You may or may not be able to hear my baby crying in the background. So I'm at my next corner, so here I'm going to put in the cluster stitch, chain 3, and cluster stitch into the same chain 3 space, and we're just going to continue that all the way around, as I just said moments ago. But this time, when you get to the very end, you're going to slip stitch to the chain 3, and this time you are going to finish off and weave in your ends. So I'm going to pause the video and I am going to continue my way around, and I will meet you at the end. Alright, welcome back. Oh, sorry, jiggled the camera. Little monkey has been fed, and I have finished my round 10 and woven in all my ends. We're going to work on round 11. It's actually very simple and very quick to do. You're going to join your yarn to any chain, or join your yarn to any corner, hopefully not dropping the yarn like I did. You're going to chain 3, and as I do that, I realize I forgot to tell you that you want to use the 3rd color, and in this case to be my purple. this counts as a double crochet. So since it counts as a stitch, we're going to chain 3 more times, and then we're going to actually make a double crochet into the same corner. I joined this a little messy there. Okay, now for the rest of this row, you are going to work in the back loops only. So here is my next stitch right here. I am not going to put my hook in the very front. I'm only going to put it into this back loop here. So yarn over and going to back loop only, so I only have one of the 2 loops on my hook. And I'm going to work my double crochet, and then I'm going to work my double crochet in back loop only all the way across until I get to the corner. And it's okay when you work in the back loop only, it looks like you're pulling up a lot of that stitch. As you can see, in the end, it's really not. After you make all the other stitches, they all pull at the same time and it doesn't look as scary. So I'm going to pause the video here and I'm going to work until I get to my next corner. Alright, so I am at the next corner, and yes, it does look like I am pulling up quite a bit here. Now I am going to put a double crochet into this corner, chain 3, and put in another double crochet, and then I am going to work in the back loops only again. Double crochet into each back loop only all the way across, and continue on that way all the way until the end of the row or the round. When I get back to the starting, I am going to join my yarn to the 3rd chain of my starting 6 chain. I'm going to put a slip stitch in there. I'm going to cut my yarn, weave in my ends, and then we're going to work on the final round. Yes, we're almost there. Right, I'm going to pause the video and work my way around. Okay, row 11 is done. My ends are woven in. Now for the final row. So exciting. You're going to grab the 4th color of yarn, which is my yellow in this case. You're going to repeat the exact same as row 11. So join your yarn to any corner, chain 3 counts as your double crochet, chain 3 more times, double crochet into the same corner, and then just like the last row, working only in the back loop, you want to put 1 double crochet into each stitch all the way along until you reach the corner. And I forgot to mention that when you work your double crochets into the corner on these past 2 rows or rounds, you don't do back loop only, you actually go into the entire chain. Okay, so rather than sit here and watch me finish off this round, as I'm sure you are absolutely thrilled to do so, I know I'm so fascinating, I'm going to pause the video, work my way around, weave in my ends, and show you my finished product. Okay, I will meet you there. Alright, and here is my finished square. And as you can see, you got the back loop stitches there it actually creates some very nice texture to it. This is the back. You'll be able to tell just by looking at this funky looking pattern here. And it's very, very bright. And I love it. What do you think of the square? I hope you enjoy the square too.